Okay, supposedly we're live. Oh,
Oh, nice.
no, it's also not using my thumbnail. God damn it.
Well, we are live.
Tweet now.
Where's the chat?
Oh, there's no one there yet, so that's
No, I
part
know.
of
it wasn't showing up in Rumble. They're, when you get to a certain size, it just kind of like shrinks and then goes to the mobile mode.
Yeah. All right, and that's on mute. There we are. Okay. So, well, let's just go ahead and start talking now. That I've totally thrown everything off. I normally play a really well. You know what? We're just gonna back out and we're gonna do the intro anyway because why the fuck not? It's my show.
Yeah,
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Hey, Subhuman, hold on, and I'll show you the really awesome intro that No Green Rocks made for me. So hold on.
Wow.
Nah, it's all fancy and shit. I have to thank No Green Rocks again for that. He did a really good job for me. Hi everybody. We're here with MoZamboni. We're gonna have a nice little conversation tonight, like we normally do. And so, how you doing, Mo?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself, Horror?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little late because I had to make dinner, and I actually started dinner about 3:00 this afternoon because I made ribs. But then I made potato salad, and the potato salad took. Believe it or not, it was the potato salad that made me late. The ribs were done. The potato salad just took forever.
That was an interesting plot twist. Usually the ribs are usually tough, no matter how long you cook
them. No, these ones. I mean, I took them out to put the barbecue sauce on them, and they were literally falling apart as I was trying to move them to put the barbecue sauce on them. They were good ribs. I did a good job. I'm happy with myself. So.
Yeah, I'm a dry rub guy. Barbecue sauce is optional, but
yeah, no, I kind of do both. So I dry rub them and then I put a good barbecue sauce on top. Something that complements, a little spicy on the dry rub and then sweeten the barbecue sauce, and you get a composition of flavors.
I'm with you on that.
It's one of those reasons I want to do cooking streams. I'm trying to figure out what exactly I need to get into my kitchen so that I can cook on stream. Preferably,
you got to get the top. You got to get the top-down camera for all of the food.
Oh yeah. Thankfully, there's already a hole in the ceiling, so and it's not actually a hole. It's just the place that was cut out because when I was talking to the contractor during the construction initially, he put the light over the cooktop, and I actually meant to have him put the light over the workspace, so we had to move the light like 5 feet the other way. But
yes, yeah. I've been there before. I was one of those people that probably made that mistake in a prior career. So I apologize for all of us that have done that.
It's just what happens sometimes. So, Mo, why don't you tell us what you do so that people have an idea?
Well, I am a bumbling YouTuber at the moment. I tried my hand at releasing a video covering the Twitter files, and it got less views than a video that was me recovering from surgery,
Oh,
talking about a certain pair of headphones that apparently caught fire. But I tried my hardest and spent many hours in a video, and it got nothing. So that, as far as YouTube and Rumble are concerned, that's where I'm at. But as far as myself, I am a lifelong graphic designer and computer nerd, and I love all things aliens, Terminator, and I love playing online battle royale games and anything that has any competition because I love that kind of stuff.
very cool. Very cool. Uh, yeah, with YouTube and Rumble, it kind of makes more sense because their system's way different. You have to kind of do there's like a competition sort of thing they have going on with the likes, and that's what really drives who shows up where. It's part of why you kind of have to do them both side by side right now, to drive people from YouTube onto Rumble, and then YouTube has its own fucked up algorithm, and I'm
Yeah,
sure they do not want people hearing about the Twitter files.
yeah, Derpnator, you're right. I'm glad that Ridley Scott found a way to go back in time and get Jennifer Lawrence's advice. I totally didn't look up the Sigourney Weaver for most of my life. I
Yeah,
didn't
no.
watch Aliens on my Betamax tape player, not to date myself, that I
I'm sure
taped off
Linda
HBO.
Hamilton really appreciated her
Oh yeah, no, she
Jennifer
was totally
Lawrence's
not an
breakthrough.
awesome. She was totally not a conflicted mom who was trying to do
Mm-mm.
her best in the face of the end of the world.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no,
guys can identify with that. We can't get
no.
any. We can't get any. We can't glean any information off that because we're all morons and we should apologize for it. So
Yeah,
I'm
there's
here to
absolutely
say
nothing to look forward to.
I'm sorry for having a Y chromosome on 23rd pair, and I'm sorry that we messed up everything. I'm
I
just
accept your apology. I can see you are genuinely deeply troubled by the fact that you have just totally fucked up the world with your existence, and I accept
I
you.
I
On be
that's very true in my case. Like my existence as a person, yeah, I've fucked up a lot of things.
Yeah.
But men can only strive to get to my level. So come on, guys, let's get it together here. With the misogyny needs to be getting. We need to get a few levels up here.
Yeah, so misogynistic, you are here on a well, I don't know if I'd call it a podcast, a stream. I don't know.
But
Calling
no,
it a
you're a
podcast or a show really makes it feel self-important.
you were born of H.P. Lovecraft. You get a pass. So
Oh, okay, so
we don't
it's the
get
hidden
it's
tentacles
not
that
misogynist if you are a child of the being that will end all of the universe. So
nah, if
I
only I
think
could get him to wake up faster.
I'm just here to pay my respects.
Uh,
Are we allowed to drink on here?
no, you can drink whatever you want. I don't care. If I get kicked off of YouTube, I get kicked off of YouTube. I don't.
That's what I'm with you. After Captain Corey last night, I was like, all right, I don't give a fuck. So, sorry, are we
No,
deep
no.
enough into where?
You know what? In my case, my channel's so small and unwatched that I don't even worry about it. Literally, if they decide to kick me off, all they're doing is going out of their way to rid them of somebody who's followed by maybe 275 people.
You deserve a lot more. I got to say that you are people like the way they talked about you for the meetup in Orlando. Really kind of. I so wanted to go that. You know what I had to do?
Oh no! What did you have to do?
My in-laws were in town, and I had to take them to
Oh
the Andy
no!
Griffith Museum. That's much better than a meetup where I get to
Hang out
pick,
with.
hang out with my in-laws. Actually, it was pretty fun, but I was like, that would have made me be like, okay, guys, that was really fun. Peace. Leave my wife and my child and my alone with my in-laws, which is like, here you go, swim in the water off the coast of Australia. Try not to get bit. It's just like it was like I
Go play
felt
with the
bad. I
great
would have had
barrier reef.
survivor's remorse, but I'm gonna go to the next one. I would love to go to like Vegas or San Diego or something.
Yeah, I think I want to hit the Vegas one next time. For one,
Yeah.
it's
Oh my
cheaper.
goodness, that'll be fun.
You can get into Vegas so cheap, but surprisingly, Orlando was not as expensive as I anticipated it being.
No, it's
Now,
because the
granted,
governor is not a moron.
uh,
There seems to be a correlation between a
those
smart
two
person
things.
run.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it might be correlation, but I don't know.
correlation, causation.
Causation.
Can't
Potato in the
tell.
White House. My groceries cost twice as much. Who am I to comment on such things?
Oh God, you fit nicely in a pocket, Bublito. I wish I could take you with me. You are going to have to make your own way unless you get to Montana first, because I'm not. Most people are out of my way on the way to Vegas, so
Oh,
I do plan to
Montana.
drive next time.
Yeah, I drove cross country last year, so I'm not against driving that far out of the way. So
Well, I flew the last 2 times. I flew to Houston for Anime Matsuri, and I flew to Orlando. And you know what? I just prefer driving.
yeah, me too. I mean, my back doesn't, but I do.
My back doesn't care about it. Uh, it's my legs that care. I can at least stretch my legs out in my car. I can get out of my car 4 hours and go to
That
the
is true.
bathroom, and it's a bathroom that's bigger than this. And I have an enormous ass. I really do. I have a huge ass. So getting into the bathroom on a plane is
Oh dang! Oh,
ridiculous.
I'm definitely coming to Montana now. I'm gonna tell my wife. I'm gonna be like, sorry, we got a redhead with a huge ass. I'm out there. So
You're gonna have to fight Sheep City, and I don't know how well that'll turn out.
I used to wrestle. I don't. I might be too sexy for you to handle, but
I'm all taken, thanks. Hey,
me
hey,
too.
hey, Superman. Well, you just mentioned your wife, so I would hope so. And the kid. And the
Yes.
in-laws.
Yes. I love you guys. Mwah.
Thankfully, they're probably not watching.
No, no, that would require some sort of skill on the computer.
Ooh. Yeah, I can never be sure when my mom's watching or not. But that's okay. She doesn't care what the fuck I say. If you ever get through Montana again, Subhuman, you should say hi. Because I'm here. I love it here. It's a great place to be. Of course, we
I heard you.
also
Get, I heard the speed limit is reasonable and prudent. Is that true?
was reasonable and prudent. That was
Was
back when I was in high school, and what happened to that is the federal government, actually threatened to pull Montana's state the funding for the highways. So they voted it out under the guise that there were more accidents under that law than there had been previous, which was not true. Just yet another reason I don't like the government.
no. Who
Yeah, no,
does?
that was back when I was in high school. I want to say that was my junior or senior year of high school. It was safe but prudent, or safe for the conditions.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is running into a bison, right?
Or deer, yeah. Or
Uh,
slipping on ice.
yeah, because that doesn't happen in every other state in the country aside from Hawaii and
I bet they
Alaska.
have some
Well,
kind of animal they run into.
yeah, but they're probably. I mean, on those islands are small. It's not like they couldn't get off the island to do anything. If they were worth a shit, they would get off the island and go procreate somewhere else. So if you run it over, you're like, did I hit a bump? In Montana, you're like, oh shit.
What is this big ass moose doing in the road? Yeah.
Yes.
And those things are big. You don't want to
Yeah.
hit one of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. My dad used to tell me about bison because he was in Alaska. He was stationed there during Vietnam for a little while. And he's
Mhm.
like, they're the dumbest animals on the face of the earth. He's like, you could shoot one right in the head and another one would come up and be like, what's wrong, Fred? You know, like he said they were the dumbest animals. They deserve to be extinct. God rest his soul, that man.
He hasn't met enough humans then, because if there's one thing there's this, I wonder if I can find it. there are these clips out there of people who come out here to the parks and will do stupid shit like walk up to an adult bison, and they don't like that. They will headbutt you into next week, and they've done it a number of times on video.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the comments. Okay, first, Bubblito. I'll give you the email address. They can't open that shit. All right. And if they could, their computers aren't fast enough. So your threats mean nothing to me. And Subhuman. I was just in Los Angeles visiting my sister. Uh, nobody drives 55 in that damn state. I can tell you that. All right, unless you're like out in the suburbs. I was in traffic for like ever. So do better, Senator. You can do better.
Ooh, there's POV
Yes.
footage. That's even better.
Ooh, point of view footage.
Let's do that. All right, let's.
What is this?
Okay, I haven't done this a lot yet, so let's see how this works. Automatically add shared screen. Okay, I guess. Chrome tab. Here we go. Share. There we go. Okay. I'm figuring. Sorry, there's some parts of this I haven't used yet, so I'm just learning a little bit. Oh, is there sound? No, I haven't muted.
I appreciate it. Didn't want to go through the bushes again. Oh, no. Oh.
You should have gone through the bushes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh.
Oh, this is in Texas, no less. Oh, Jesus.
I love the videos where they do some dumb shit and say some dumb shit, and then
Oh my god.
it's like the deep, like. The New York Post.
Yeah. Yeah, these people are special. Oops.
Yes,
Don't
they
want
are.
that. I wonder if I can find the Montana one, because there's this one. Plays dead. Course visitor. No, that's a 9-year-old. Jesus Christ. No, I don't want to continue on your bullshit site, NBC.
Man, I feel like I'm back at Geek Squad. Do I need to like supply some technical support for you? Horror.
Not unless your technical support is finding the right video.
Oh, I can find the right video. I don't know if you want to show it though. That might be for the second hour.
Look, I have not made a porn show yet, so
Whoa.
But...
I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there. First, it was like, oh, you got to fight my husband off, and then it was like, well, I'm not totally against it.
Oh no, that's another bite. Fuck it. I give up. If you want to see it, it's out there. There's actually a ton of videos about people getting gored by bison because they're dumb. And yes, people absolutely are that stupid.
Yes, they are.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I've seen people get gored by bison. There are tons of them every year who get, well, not tons. People get attacked by bears every year because they're doing stupid shit like walking up to the cubs.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, that's a black bear. Let me say hi. It's like what was it? The Grizzly Man. You remember that shit?
Oh God, yeah. He was living out there with those bears. And have you listened to that audio?
Yes, I have. I
God.
used to listen to Opie and Anthony, and yeah, they played that. It's like you know your enemy. He thought he was talking to a brown bear. He was not. He was talking to a black bear, and the black bear said "om nom nom," and he had a good hibernation. The end.
Realistically, it doesn't matter what kind of bear it is. That thing's gonna fuck you up.
This is true.
I mean,
This is very true. But a black bear will go out of its way to fuck you up.
and grizzlies more so.
Yes. No, that guy was he was he was the card. I think what did they do? They only found a femur or something like that. It was like something
Yeah.
insane. Yeah.
And it was him and his girlfriend to top it off. Unless
Didn't
we're
his
talking about
girlfriend try to do some housewives of Atlanta bullshit, like to slap the bear, like get off him,
yeah, right. Oh god.
stop it.
Like you can talk to a bear out of eating you. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, that bitch was treating that bear like Nene. It's like, don't you even? And the bear's like, excuse me.
Hey, you're next.
Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. It was like disgusting and shocking, but it was also like there is justice in the universe, which I'm not feeling at the moment, unfortunately. But
Mm.
with Henry Cavill, I feel sick to my stomach.
I'm in a lucky place in that I've honestly never seen any of his Superman movies. I haven't. But I do
Really?
understand. I've never been big into DC. The only Superman movies I have ever watched were Superman with Christopher Reeves in it. And that's because I'm old.
You're old. All right. Yeah. No, I remember watching. Remember, I'm old enough to think that The Quest for Peace was a good movie.
I'm not even sure I remember that one.
The fourth one with
Oh god,
Ernest
that one.
Hemingway's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
not a
With Solar
No,
Man, with Gene
no, I haven't
Hackman's
seen Justice
voice,
League.
and some blonde porn star as the. You haven't seen? I got the Zack Snyder one on 4K Blu-ray, and I ripped it, and I'm like, how did I get this? How did I get this?
Yeah, I haven't seen Justice League. I haven't watched what is it? Superman for Batman versus Superman or whatever. Or Superman
Oh, that was
Returns
horrible. I saw
or
that. I saw
whatever.
that in the movie theater. Like that was right around the time when Last Jedi came out, and I'm just like, my asshole's so sore from trusting the movie people. Like I am so like over it. I am so like I don't watch anything. So when I watch like things like Top Gun or like No Way Home, it's just like
Mhm.
goodness. But it shouldn't be because those are like 7.5 out of 10s right there. They're not
Mm,
well, not Top Gun. I love Top Gun. That was like a 9 out of 10 because my dad was an Air Force guy. So it was cool.
yeah.
I'm a little biased there, but they're not that great, you know. They don't have that rewatchability. Like Aliens or
Mhm.
Terminator 2, like I'll watch those movies over and over and over and over again, and I'll try to look for new stuff, and there's always new stuff. I've been watching Aliens for like 25 years, and I will still find new stuff. I'm like, "Oh," you know?
Mhm.
There's like a picture of Sigourney Weaver's, dog in the junk pile in the air ducts when she finds Newt, there's always something new.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was back when they actually cared about what they were doing and not just trying to make money. Well, they were trying to do both. They cared about it and they made money. They liked both things. But now it's
The
just
f
one thing.
the former would translate to the latter. Like if you it didn't always, but even then it would still get a cult following and you'd get your
Mhm.
money back in the long run.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I wonder how much money freaking Rocky Horror Picture Show is made by now.
Oh
God
my
knows that
goodness.
wasn't exactly popular when it came out.
In fishnet stockings and dildos alone, it's gotta be like just insane. If they hopefully they got a piece of that action.
I hope so. Yeah, because
Not to
that
say
would.
that I bought those things, but I'm not gonna say I didn't buy those things.
I mean, I could say I've bought those things, but it would sound entirely normal in my case. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah. I've been married almost 20 years. It's like if I hadn't, I was like, what am I doing?
mm,
So,
now the question is, have you worn them? That's a more important question.
which one?
Both.
And where is the second question?
Hopefully not out of the house. But if you
Well,
have, no judgment here.
does it matter if you can't find it or see it? I don't know.
Not really. If there's no proof either way at that point, is there?
Yeah, I just make sure I don't eat any beans the night before in case I don't want the gig to be up
That
accidentally. So
that could lead to a really interesting day.
yeah, well, I mean, if you're wearing fishnet stockings and you're hiding something somewhere, then it's probably already interesting at that point. That's just the cherry on top.
Definitely, definitely. Though other people probably wouldn't enjoy that surprise. Depends on the person, though, I suppose.
I don't know. If I was just in LA, I feel like a lot of people would enjoy that surprise.
In
If I was
LA, you're
if I
probably right.
Yeah, yeah, especially if I was at an elementary school reading stories to kids. So
Yeah, that seems to be how they prefer their elementary students have their stories told to them. Unfortunately.
yeah, need to bust out my wig. I'm like having trouble trying to find work right now. I'm obviously in
Ooh.
the wrong area.
So you said you do graphic design. Do you do mostly freelance, or have you worked for other people, or?
Uh, I'm what is known as a whore, so I like go where the money is. For a certain point, to a certain point, I lost my last client because they were pushing the DINE bullshit. So I just
Oof.
kind of said, yeah, they kept like I saw it like I let me give you a little bit of background. I had a unique front seat view of how all this unfolded. My
Mhm.
job, when it wasn't graphic design, it was to uh, um, curate pictures of potential clients, which usually ended up being nonprofits, and more times it would be colleges and stuff like that. So when I started in 2013, it was like, oh, okay, you'd have the random person with pink hair and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But once we got post 2016, when certain people couldn't stand a orange person being in the White House, uh, they really lost their shit. So I would look at major colleges all across the land, and you would start seeing this come up. And then when a certain person in Minnesota decided to have too much fun stuff and
Mm.
die, yeah, no, then it like went crazy, and then it got into the business that was my client, and I've been working with them for almost 9 years, well, 7 years at that point, 9 years total, and they just lost their damn mind.
Oh God.
You could see it coming through the school systems, which is to be understood because they're just full of stupid people. We've been that age, 18 to 22. You're not
Mhm.
smart. They shouldn't be able to vote because they're still kids. They're still children. They're children that are fully grown, but they're still idiots. I was an idiot.
Mm.
I was an idiot till I was like 32, I think. So, yeah, but I got to see it all happen, and they got to the point where they just kept pushing it, and it was like I had seen Latinx and allies way too many times at that point, and I just
No,
said,
no.
okay, we're done. I'm like, I would respectfully decline working on this type of stuff, and they
Yeah.
ghosted me for 3 weeks after 9 years of exemplary service and working deep into the night and stuff like that, and they just left me hanging. So
Wow.
I wrote an entire letter, and I dropped a bomb on that bridge. I didn't burn it. I like vaporized it.
Oh shit.
So yeah, well, that's how it is. You can't just rest on your laurels. If
Mhm.
somebody makes you do something you don't want to do, and you politely go against it, and they don't respect you in that way, you say, you know what, you don't get. I'm a guy that has to have the last word. So
Mhm.
I'm half Swedish, half Irish, so I'm a problem. I'm half Viking, half drunk, which is all drunk if you really think about it. But
It really
you know,
is.
it really is. But at least the
And
Vikings
you're
got
known
shit.
for
I
their
mean,
calm
all,
temper.
yeah, all the Irish did was get conquered. I mean, case in point, Northern Ireland. I mean, you can't get that little piece of shit back in the northeastern part of your country.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Ye
we can't overtake Rhode Island. Yeah, you know, their forces are too strong.
God.
So yeah, no, I've been the last the second half of this year has been pretty interesting to
Yeah.
say the least.
Yeah, that's definitely rough. On plus side, as far as I can tell, people are almost always looking for graphic designers, though finding a steady job can be hard.
Yeah, the problem is they're looking for him on Fiverr, which is like
Mm.
the bus station blowjob of like a meaningful relationship. All it
Yeah.
is like all you're doing is rolling the dice. You might get something good, but there's a 95% chance you're probably going to get a cease and desist or a copyright strike or something. All they do is they're like, "Here's something I found on the internet plus a piece of clip art." You
Yeah.
know, yeah, it's like I could have somebody write some really good copy, or I could hire a seventh grader. It's like, I hate Fiverr. Like, I refuse to. Like, it's just like I refuse. It's literally it's like Craigslist. It's like
Yeah.
you wanna find the saddest people, go to that. It's like the Craigslist of graphic designers. Don't go there. Don't go there.
I would be lying if I said I never went there, but I've only gone there like twice and not particularly thrilled with the results I had in either situation, but they are what they are.
Here's a
Uh,
pro tip to everybody out there. When one of those designers gives you something, throw it into Google image search. Watch how fast the same shit shows up in your search. All right. And I'm not afraid that they could sue me because I can barely afford ramen noodles. All right. So
yeah, yeah. On the plus side, I know what I did what I got wasn't something they could just go on the internet and jank because I actually had my the second version of my avatar made on Fiverr. So they actually had to put actual work into that as opposed to just steal it off the internet because it's my unique concept. It's not something you find a whole lot of places.
yeah,
Um,
I mean, I could bang a whole bunch of hookers, but there's a 10% chance I won't get a 10% chance I won't get chlamydia. Doesn't mean it's a good idea.
no, no.
Congratulations. You and the brewery I used to go to in Indiana, they both actually got some good work, but chances are you're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, and honestly, there were some problems more in the communication because for one, the person I was talking to, obviously English was not their first language. So trying to communicate some of what I wanted wasn't easy.
Hmm.
And then for two, I feel like they left the job kind of I half done is underdone or is lower than I would say, but I would say like 7/8 done. So there was like an eighth of the job that wasn't quite finished to my satisfaction. But lesson
It's
learned.
almost like labor is worth the money that you put into it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, in my case, the issue is animation as opposed to just graphical design. Uh,
So
so
Superman, if he wasn't scared of green rocks, fucked you over. I'm
no,
sorry.
that was free.
Oh, that was free? It
That
it
was
looked
free.
like it. No, I'm just kidding. He's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. He's tried to measure dicks with me online, and I just like, yeah, yours is bigger than mine. It's okay. Like he's a great memer. I
Yes.
I tried to puff out my chest, and he just dropped the hammer on me. It's like, all right,
Yeah,
that's
memes are a
okay.
whole separate
Oh,
world
I got
though.
some good memes, but I'm not like Superman if he wasn't scared of green rocks. He's that man. That man. Sorry if I misgendered you. Is he- he's good people.
Mhm.
So you have my
Well,
respect, sir.
we do the Wednesday night show with him every week, and he's a lot of fun, and the memes are amazing. On the Legion memers are hilarious. I don't know what else there is to say about that. Honestly, they're just great.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. They really are awesome. I love it when they. I love hairless cat Ryan Kendall.
that is a Krista invention. Oh my god. The first time she put one of those up, I nearly died. It's hilarious. I had a friend of mine actually draw. He's a biologist who does art too. So he
Does he know what
drew.
a woman is?
Yes, actually, and he will go into great detail with you about exactly what a woman is. He gets so pissed about that shit. Uh and I keep tagging him in it. So maybe I'm evil, I don't know.
Does he have any
But
tips?
huh?
Does he have any tips?
How-
I still don't understand what a woman is or what they think or what they do.
I mean, what we are is a very standard definition. We're an adult human female.
Yes, I would love to know the psychological aspect of that, which is like
Good luck.
what
We
it
don't even know that.
like we found a picture of a black hole. We figured out how women think. All right. We found out a mathematical improbability out in the universe before we figured out why don't they ever understand that, why don't they know what they want for dinner that night? Why do I have to think of it all the time?
We know what we want for dinner. We just want you to tell us what we want for dinner. You're supposed to read our minds.
That's what I'm saying. Like your biologist friend, hit me up. You know my YouTube channel, you know my Rumble channel. Let's go.
He
Give me
can't
some
help you with
tips.
that. He's a biologist, not a psychologist.
Oh,
Very different things.
all right.
But no, that's the problem with understanding women. We don't know half the time.
You guys are like Egyptian scribes. You
Yeah.
guys know how to write it down, but you can't read it. Like
No.
you know, but you can't convey such information, which
Mhm.
is
Yeah. I mean, I could try to tell you about women, but half the time I'm not even sure what I'm thinking.
you invited me onto your YouTube channel and your Rumble channel, so obviously you don't know what you're thinking.
Exactly. I'm just entirely. I don't know. I'm just blindly flailing at everything from one moment to the next, hoping something hits.
Well, as somebody that is desperately trying to get some traction on YouTube and Rumble, I'm forever in debt to your flailing. Thank you.
I can't promise you're going to get any traction through me, but I'm always happy to have a conversation with anybody. But, you got to start somewhere too. I mean, that's part of why I like talking to just about anyone, because you get the chance to give someone the practice to move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I feel like you are somewhat overdue for that. I feel like you're good people. You give off good vibes, and you're a pretty ender of the universe, which is saying something.
And I haven't ended it yet, so there's that. How about when a woman says that she's not hungry but eats off your plate? That's literally just because what you have on your plate looks good. That's all that is.
I disagree.
Oh?
I'm going. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all gay on you.
His feminine
No,
side
that's
is
not why
showing.
they do it. It's like when somebody steals your lunch in middle school. It's because they're trying to high side you, to quote Eric B. July. They're trying to psychologically get something over on you. And what you
We're
say
asserting
is
our
like,
dominance.
you know what you say? Maybe you should eat a salad. And then you go to divorce court and then you
Mm.
pay alimony for the rest of your life. You're welcome. But at
So
least
try
you'll
to
be
do that
happy.
before you get married.
Yes. or be in a non-alimony state like Indiana.
That
So
helps.
I don't know about Montana. I don't think
Uh,
alimony's a thing. Like, do you inherit rocks? Or
mm. Alimony can be a thing. It depends a lot of things.
child support is always a thing. Alimony is not always a thing.
Yeah. Alimony has to there. I mean, there's some really complicated. I've been divorced under Montana
Ugh.
law. So, um,
Did you guys keep who got the horse?
I wish I had a horse. Are you kidding me? I'd love to have a horse.
You don't
I
have a
have 5
horse?
dogs.
Why
No,
live in Montana then?
because there are less people. There are literally more cows than people in Montana. Also, more
Hmm,
guns than people in Montana.
I like
So
that.
between the two, I have to deal with less idiots just on a percentile basis.
I like that.
That's
I
part of
would
why I
really
love
like
living.
that. Like I'm one of those. You're probably like me. You're probably like an extroverted introvert. Not to
I
sound like a
can.
liberal, but like I'm good when I know if people are watching me when I'm like around a bunch of people. But if it's like a small group of people or something like that, I really like having my private time. I like being
Mm-hmm.
alone. Like because I feel like my brain needs to absorb everything that happened that day.
Yep.
So
I'm
yeah.
a
So
really great streamer. I get really awkward in person. Well,
I'm not really awkward in person. I'm like, you remember the quote by Johnny Carson where he's like, I'm horrible around 5 people. I'm great around 5 million people. I would be blessed
I
to
don't
be
know that
around
I've
five
heard
million
that one.
people. Oh no, yeah, he's just like he was super introverted, but when he was broadcasting to the world, he felt like he could be him. It's like I'm afraid of heights unless I get on plane, then I just don't care because I know if we fall out of the sky, we're dead. It's like I got no control over this. But if I fall off a ladder, I know I'm gonna have to like drag myself around like Ricky Berwick. So sorry.
Could be
Was that
worse. You could be Crypt
inappropriate?
Daddy.
I don't care. Crypt I could blow my straw around.
That's what every man wants is to blow his straw.
Ron Jeremy, hallowed be thy name. No, Ricky Berwick is my spirit animal, not just
He's
because
hilarious.
he's awesome. It's like, oh man, I feel bad. I didn't get the right. They put ice in my Coke today. It's like this is it's a gun to put it. This motherfucker survived death, and he's still smiling.
Hmm.
It's like get your priorities straight, people. If you can't be as happy as Ricky Berwick with what he has to deal with, then you need to reassess your life.
Yep,
So,
yep. And I feel the same way about Crypt Daddy too, because I mean, the man, he can move his head, and that's literally it. But he is still hilarious and has a great
oh,
sense of humor.
massively. I think you have to be in that case. But the fact that he's aligned himself with Compound Media and Anthony Cumia,
Hmm.
you know, that's saying quite a bit. So, what is going on back here?
I
I
don't
see
know
a
what you mean.
little black man and a giant cat
That's
and a
Sheep City,
Chupa.
and
Oh,
that's
is it? Oh,
Vincent.
okay.
Yes, right there. He's doing his own stuff over there, and then the cat's just being an asshole. Would you not turn down my mic? I really don't need your help running the sound.
I got to say, I can. There's only a few pixels to define Sheep Cidian, but his mustache and beard look on point.
They
I
are.
try.
He does an excellent job with them. Great.
Yeah,
Now I
his
want this.
mustache is like jetting out. He's got like that shaft kind of like vibe. I my I'm a greasy like Northern European mixture of things, and like I mean, look at this. It's ugh,
Oh, it's not
it's
that
so bad.
bad.
No, it's not. It's not like that.
No, you
Like
just need a good beard oil and conditioner. Then you're fine. What do you use it?
maybe, huh? Oh
I
yeah,
said,
no,
what do you use it?
I have beard oil when I on the off chance I decide to grow out my beard, but it grows out like Angela Davis's like afro. It's just like to quote Eddie Murphy. It's like it grows out so bad. I need to get Afro Sheen to get it under control. It's so bad. Like it doesn't
Well,
grow
you should
down, it
try.
grows out.
I actually had to find him a different one because all the ones here were not necessarily for his hair texture type, if that makes sense. Um,
He's black.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
And everything here is kind of for white people. So we found some Shea Moisture is what it's called, and it
Oh
works great
yeah, I
on
know about
his.
Shea Moisture. Yeah.
Yeah, it works great on his. So now I think I'm
Yeah.
too loud. God damn it,
Maybe I
crap.
should.
So yeah, I mean, it's worked really well. I'm really happy with what it's doing for him, and because half the reason he has a beard is because I demand it.
I think it's necessary. It's a good way to weed out the people that they post their stupid ass opinions on TikTok. Like if they could grow a beard, they wouldn't do that because they'd
Yeah, no,
have more
they'd be
important things to do.
like take care of their beard.
Oh yeah, take care of their
Does
weird, please women, have a job,
hmm
uh, not be a piece of shit. You know,
does beard oil help fill in a patchy beard? No, but it does help the rest of your beard stay nice while you're waiting for the patches to grow in.
you could do a comb over of sorts. I mean,
Facial
look at
cover.
this right here. It's a bit weak right here, but there are certain times, where you could. I mean, I just don't care. I married like a literal 10. She is gorgeous and has 2 degrees. I don't know why she married me.
Nice.
I feel the same way about my wife that Gary feels about Mrs. Nerdrotic. So
That always makes
maybe
me
even
happy
more
to
so.
hear.
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing about Gary. He thinks that he's like beyond retribution. I'm like, you are retribution, sir.
Hmm.
Like when he talks to Father, what's his name?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
Reverend. No, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember
Yeah,
his name
yeah.
off the top of my head.
He hasn't commented in a while,
Hmm.
but and I'm like, he's like, I don't deserve it. I'm like, you of all people.
No, he's worked hard. He's obviously changed his life for the better and moved onward and upward. I mean,
Oh,
he's
Father
an
Miller.
excellent.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
Miller.
Dirknator.
Yeah. But I mean, he's an excellent example of what can happen if someone decides to turn their life around.
I hope to the Father on high that we get to see a Nerdrotic gun stream. I know he's trying to get his license, which is
Yeah,
I would
unfortunately,
watch
he
that.
has to get that conviction expunged. And you're talking about California. That's a rough one. I mean, even
Well,
if
he could just say that he's a woman or a non-binary, and they would be like deleted.
yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
think we could
play
get
their
him to wear the
game.
wig long enough, though.
I mean, he loves pineapple on pizza, which I do
Hey,
too.
I love
But I'm
pineapple.
just saying, I do too. And by the way, the base has to be barbecue sauce, and not good barbecue sauce. It has to be Sweet Baby Ray's, aka diabetes barbecue sauce.
No, I
You know
I
what I
don't really
mean?
like it with barbecue sauce. I like I'm weird because I like pineapple, bacon, and jalapeno.
Mm. Mhm.
And that's why I don't want the barbecue sauce because the
Fresh or pickled?
either works. As long as it's a good
No,
spicy one.
no. Pickled is always better. Pickled everything is better.
I like a good spicy one so that it offsets because that's why you don't need the barbecue sauce. The pineapple's already sweet. You got the bacon for the salty, and then you have the jalapeno for the spicy, and it's just a beautiful flavor all together in your mouth. And there should be very little tomato sauce on it with a really good mozzarella cheese.
True. It's usually a mix, honestly,
Yeah.
because straight up mozzarella is literally like it's like wax candy. It's like
Mhm.
it's okay, but you need to have something more in there. But yeah, we used to the way they served it in Indiana was it was ham, bacon, uh, pineapple, and then like Sweet Baby Ray's, but like whatever was below that in like the Save a Lot or like the dollar store version where it was like just nothing but sugar. And it was amazing. It was so good. The place we got it from, by the way, from people in the Midwest was called East of Chicago Pizza, and it was
Mm.
damned good. Crispy edges on the bacon and the ham, and
Nice.
yeah, and the pineapple wasn't out of some like fruit cup that your kid would have. It was like some good shit.
Mm.
It wasn't steeped in sugar water. It was like some good shit.
Well,
So
we're going to go ahead and switch over to Rumble so that we can get.
ooh.
So we really don't have to worry. Well, I can't say that because then they might come back and get me in trouble. We're going to go switch to Rumble because it's a better place to be. Let's put it that way. So,
HorrorAmorata is a bad uh, uh, choice of character, as is evidenced by me. But if you guys want to follow along, you are amongst the chosen, and we salute you.
do you have anything you would like to tell anybody who doesn't come over there with us?
You suck.
Okay.
That's
I
it.
meant more about your channels and everything, but
Oh, I know.
that also
Oh, okay.
applies.
Okay. I'll do it real quick. So, if you decide to see the drip fed nonsense that a person going through midlife crisis is going through, go to youtube.com/MoZamboni and go to if you want something really good. I got something in store for you over at Rumble. Teaser. Go to rumble.com/channel/MoZamboni. I don't know. They do
It's
things really
user
weird over
slash
there.
MoZamboni. I'm
User,
actually
thank
putting
you.
them in the chat real quick. So
Thank you. Go to
there you go.
youtube.com/user/MoZamboni. It's going to be something you haven't seen before, and I mean it. And it's something I'm really excited about trying out, but I wanted to kind of get the vibe from the audience tonight. So if you see, I'm a marketer here, so we're gonna drop a good teaser here. Follow over to Rumble if you really want to find out what the hot fire is.
All right, I'll see you guys soon. You know where I'm gonna be. I'll be on Twitch tomorrow night. I'm trying to figure out a drinking game for Twitch tomorrow night. So come over there if you would like to see me get
Ooh.
drunk. And so that'll actually be Friday, Saturday. I'll be on Twitch, and then Sunday I'll be back here on Rumble playing a video game. So yeah, that's where I'll be. All my links are down below. If you guys haven't followed me, how did you even get here? But I'll see you guys over on Rumble.